A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will get the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Looking to pass. It's Castro. Punts it out of the air.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He makes the grab. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Still running up the 40. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Motion from the back. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art and talent on it.
He He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sun Devils trying to cash it in on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Castro. Trying to find the end zone. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they have the first points of the game.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
The Knights offense will try to get something started with their first possession. The play fake on first down. Quick strike complete. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Knights headed quickly to the line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Clement. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that third down.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. Well, you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll pull it down and run. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. If you're not making a miss, you've got to have two hands on the ball.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Castro. It's complete to the right. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Got it set up on the outside. realizes it just never developed. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Sends it back in motion. Swings it out to his running back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Powers through the defender. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense ain't scared. Right back on the ball.
Breaks into the open. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. Turns it on in midfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Knights are marching down the field.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
The Knights will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for this offense. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Castro. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Off play action on 1st down. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. Pressure coming. They get home, and down goes the quarterback for the big loss, and now even a field goal's in jeopardy.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They kick it away on 4th down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Back to throw, it's Castro. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but still a good game. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Castro. Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got his man. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Bringing it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Looking downfield, it's Castro. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got some room to run. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Knights. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. From the gun. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the...
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Touchdown, UCF! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Kansas State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in the Little Apple. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been those K-State fans who will enjoy this win.
Got his man downfield.
Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to pass, it's Castro. Pocket breaking down. Snagged out of the air. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
It'll be a draw. Snowed under by the defense. The Knights in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this offense, man, here in the second half, they give up another sack, and they're just not as crisp. Like first half, it felt like they were in a good rhythm. Nice job by this defense. After half, coming out with some adjustments that has confused this offense.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Using the quick game.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Back to pass. It's Castro. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quick release by the QB. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Wants to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Let's see what they've got on second down. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They'll start this drive at their own 48. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Castro. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends in the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The give to the lone running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Castro. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miranda. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Trip to the house. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Middle Tennessee is going to enjoy the trip back to Murfreesboro after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Floyd Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where CUSA is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Here's a hit. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Castro. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the pummeling has started. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Scanning the field, it's Ashmore. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Makes the grab at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job.
There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing... thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
On the double.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. They're going to run it. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air. It's Ashmore. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close.